For years now, us fans have expressed our concerns over the flaws related to the modern-day New York Yankees, and as a result of those flaws, we just witnessed the team's worst season in over 30 years. How Hal Steinbrenner and Brian Cashman react to this disaster will be crucial. It's time to get right and return to our roots as the evil empire. And in this video, we will break down a number of moves that are based on both prediction and hope. I'm not going to be unrealistic, but I'm also not going to follow along with the complacency us as fans have endured over the past decade. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. Let's fix the New York Yankees. Before we get to any actual moves, let's first establish our budget. With guaranteed money, arbitration, and pre-arb salaries, the Yankees' payroll for 2024 is already at $254 million. With the pressure of the fans, at the very least, Hal Steinbrenner will go above the third luxury tax tier, which, if so, gives us $43 million to spend off the bat. But we can increase that budget quite easily. These are all guys I have getting non-tendered or traded to create more room financially, saving us a good chunk of money, meaning we'll start off with a budget of $61 million. Let's get into it with our first move. Number 1, acquire Brendan Donovan from the St. Louis Cardinals. Expect the Yankees to be doing business with the Cardinals in some form or another this offseason. St. Louis has a surplus of left-handed bats, while the Yankees have a couple expendable starting pitchers. In fact, they actually had a trade in place this past July for outfielder Dylan Carlson, with Domingo Germán going back to St. Louis until a background check ended those talks pretty quickly. But I don't want Carlson anyways. Brendan Donovan is the guy. A now 2-year veteran who bats from the left side, the 26-year-old doesn't hit for much power. However, his .381 OBP since 2022 ranks 12th in all of baseball. His 124 WRC plus for his career shows he's been well above average offensively compared to league average, and he's done so while striking out just 14.7% of the time. He's played the majority of his young career at second base, but not by a wide margin, seeing plenty of time at third base, even some at shortstop and in the outfield. In fact, in 2022, just like DJ LeMahieu did for the American League, Donovan won the NL Gold Glove for utility players. His season was unfortunately cut short in August after undergoing surgery on his elbow, but he is expected to be ready well ahead of spring training, so nothing to worry about there. Now, he's not going to come cheap, as the Cardinals have him under club control through 2028. The Yankees will have to send back a significant big league ready arm or two if they want this deal to happen, which is why I'd be willing to send both Clark Schmidt and Johnny Brito to get this deal done. Not that I'd be particularly thrilled about losing those two, but the return being 5 years of Donovan makes it a loss that I can stomach. I personally don't see Clark profiling as anything more than a number 5 starter, and Brito, while he showed a lot of promise in 2023, especially out of the bullpen, he's not a pitcher that should hold up this trade. And besides, I trust the Yankees way more in regards to finding pitching than I do their ability to create offense, something, for obvious reasons, they so desperately need. With that said, I consider this a deal that will be worth it without question, considering it gives the Yankees their leadoff hitter for the next 5 years. As for the budget, Brito's and Donovan's salaries pretty much offset each other, while St. Louis will be taking on Clark's $2.6 million. Welcome to the Yankees, Brendan Donovan. Number 2. Sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto to a 7-year, $189 million deal. For almost 2 decades, the Yankees were very well represented in the Japanese market. With the likes of superstar slugger Hideki Matsui and then, of course, most recently Masahiro Tanaka, they've largely succeeded in their efforts to improve the team directly from Japan. But since missing out on Shohei Ohtani in 2018 and the departure of Tanaka after 2020, the Yankees have yet to dip back into the foreign market for MLB-ready talent. However, I strongly believe that is about to change. His name is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and while he's not a two-way player like Ohtani, the 25-year-old is nothing short of incredible on the mound, featuring a fastball that reaches the upper 90s, a fantastic splitter, and what's referred to as a world-class curveball. The right-hander has been nearly unhittable at the highest level of Japanese baseball. Now with 3 straight Sawamura awards on his resume, the Japanese equivalent to an MLB Cy Young, Yamamoto is coming off his best season yet, pitching to a 17-6 record with a 1.16 ERA and a .86 whip. For comparison, this is what Masahiro Tanaka put up in his final season in Japan before being posted prior to 2014. Similar to a degree, with some numbers actually even being better on Yamamoto's end. Of course, there is risk involved with this signing, as you never truly know how a foreign star's talent will translate to the States. The Yankees have also been burned in this market a couple times before, specifically with the infamous Hideki Irabu and Kiyagawa deals. But they clearly are doing their due diligence. In fact, Brian Cashman was just in attendance this past September for one of Yamamoto's 2 no-hitters this season. They truly believe Yamamoto to be a pitcher worthy of a $200 million contract, although I have him signing with New York for just under that, giving the Yankees a potentially dangerous starting staff led by Cy Young winner Garrett Cole, followed by Michael King, Carlos Rodon, Yamamoto, and Nestor Cortez. I know we've heard this before, so I almost don't want to say it, but the upside of these guys together would be one of the best rotations in baseball. Welcome to the Yankees, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Number 3, sign Kevin Kiermaier to a 2-year, $18 million deal. One of the toughest blows the Yankees endured this past year came well after the season had already gone awry. Having burst onto the scene with 4 home runs in his first 8 major league games, the career of Jason Dominguez was forced to a screeching halt after an MRI revealed a torn UCL in his right elbow. The 20-year-old has since undergone Tommy John surgery and will be absent from the Yankee lineup until midsummer, leaving them without a center fielder to begin the season. That's where Kevin Kiermaier comes into play. The 33-year-old is a free agent coming off another excellent season defensively with 18 defensive runs saved and 13 outs above average in center field. Offensively, however, he just put up his best numbers in years, and while I won't kid you and say he'll wow you with his bat or anything, he did just post an above-average 104 WRC plus, also from the left side of the plate, which is something we know the Yankees need, more left-handed hitters. Overall, in 129 games for the Blue Jays, he batted .265 with 8 home runs and a .741 OPS while swiping 14 stolen bases. For an easy comparison, think of Kiermaier as another Harrison Bader, yet he's a lefty who can hit right-handed pitching, something you cannot say about Bader. For example, in 2023, Bader hit just .207 with an OPS barely over 500 against righties, whereas Kiermaier batted .260 with a .750 OPS against them, while also batting .280 against lefties as well. Furthermore, he's always excelled at Yankee Stadium with a career .848 OPS in 60 games here. I think it's a no-brainer move. He'd fit right in as the Yankees' stopgap center fielder until Jason returns, which will hopefully be no later than the All-Star break. Once he does, Kiermaier can easily be regulated to the team's 4th outfielder. Final contract prediction, 2 years, $18 million. Welcome to the Yankees, Kevin Kiermaier. Number 4, trade Gleyber Torres. Yeah, I'm not happy about this one either, but I do believe it has to happen. With the acquisition of Brendan Donovan and needing some more financial flexibility to pull off what I have next, I'm trading Gleyber Torres to the Seattle Mariners. By no means is this ideal, and for obvious reasons, it's frustrating to be operating off a budget when we're talking about the New York Yankees, the wealthiest sports franchise in the nation. But this is a situation we're in, unfortunately. Instead of paying Gleyber over $15 million in his final year before free agency, the Yankees can trade him for prospects while also having the aforementioned Brendan Donovan for much cheaper and longer control. Remember, Donovan is a 124 WRC plus hitter for his career so far, while Gleyber's great performance this past year, and it was great, he had a phenomenal season, or a really good one I should say, was 123. So the two players are similar offensively, but one does so, in Donovan, from the left side of the plate and is far more versatile. Ideally, you keep both, but with our budget in mind and still needing to make another move, this is something that unfortunately I believe has to happen. I have the Mariners in return sending us their number 4 prospect Cole Emerson, a left-handed hitting shortstop who was a 2023 first-round pick. However, if the Yankees can get a return of big league talent instead that makes sense, I'd be open to that as well. And once again, guys, if the Yankees could just act like the Yankees and keep Gleyber or even extend him at that, that's what I would do. But this is where predictions are coming into play in this blueprint. Many within the industry, not just me, believe that Gleyber does get moved this winter. So I think you guys know where I'm coming from. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into our headliner deal. Number 5, acquire Juan Soto from the San Diego Padres. This is the evil empire move, the move that will make us the Yankees again. We all just witnessed the Yankees' worst season in over 3 decades. There's only one way to react, and that is to go out and get one of the best hitters in baseball. Fortunately, reports continue to come out of San Diego that the Padres are looking to reduce payroll, and because Soto has just 1 season left before free agency, while already making big money, it's more than possible he gets moved given the right return. What the Yankees need, on top of the other moves, is to get their 1A to Aaron Judge, and unfortunately, Bryce Harper, who it is causing me physical illness seeing what he's doing in the postseason, along with guys like Corey Seager, who they could have had as well. It's time to finally get the 1A to Aaron Judge. And although I do expect a bounce back from Anthony Rizzo with the concussion behind him, he should not be the guy protecting Judge in the 3 spot. Same with Giancarlo Stanton in the cleanup hole. I still believe in these guys playing a big part in 2024, but why, as the Yankees, does it feel like our lineup is always filled with bargain bin players? We got to flex our might this winter, and there's no better way to do that than this. Juan Soto isn't just great, he's elite. In addition to playing every single game, yes, all 162, the 24-year-old is coming off another phenomenal year offensively, posting a .410 on base while crushing 35 home runs for a 155 WRC+, meaning he was 55% better than a league average hitter. In fact, since he broke into the league at 19 years old in 2018, no player in the game has had a higher OBP than his .421, and he's done that while averaging 33 home runs per season. Now, the cost to get him will be a lot, even though it is for just 1 year. And on the topic of that, of course, you only make this trade if you plan on locking him up long term. As for the return to San Diego, though, I'm prepared to slightly overpay, considering they don't have to trade him. But if he comes with the right offer, Brian Cashman can get this done. I'd call up Padres GM AJ Preller with this trade package: Juan Soto for Drew Thorpe, Everson Pereira, and Oswald Peraza. A hefty package for sure, especially losing Thorpe would be the most painful, who was just named the minor league pitcher of the year. But I firmly believe that if we want to be realistic about this, the Yankees will need to flaunt some valuable pieces San Diego's way. Because, once again, they could always just keep him, which we do not want to happen. And it's not like you're blowing the whole farm. Of course, Jason Dominguez, he's not going anywhere. Spencer Jones, I wouldn't initially include him, although, to be honest, I probably would consider it. And beyond those guys, there's still plenty of budding names in the Yankees farm system as well. But the bottom line is, go be the Yankees and get this done. Soto is projected to make $33 million in 2024, so we tack that onto our payroll, and we have about $7 or $8 million left to spare. Now, if for some reason a deal isn't reached, say the Padres are just adamant about keeping Soto, then yeah, you must pivot to Cody Bellinger, who would not be a bad option at all, coming off a 4-WAR, 134 WRC plus season. I just fear that he may be in for a massive overpay contract-wise, possibly close to $200 million, if not more. He's certainly an option to consider, but guys, make no mistake. The Yankees of old would get the best piece available, and that is Juan Soto. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this year's Blueprint. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new. Appreciate you guys tuning into this every single year. It's easily far and away like probably my favorite video to make, so appreciate all the support. Real quick look at the lineup. Now I have two different ones here, one with Gleyber, one without. Once again, guys, I'm not advocating for the Yankees to trade Gleyber, not at all, and ideally they do keep him, but kind of just factoring the realism side of this, where I do want to be somewhat accurate on the with predictions. I think he gets moved. But first things first, the lineup without him: Brendan Donovan leading off. Aaron Judge, I think they most likely keep in the number 2 hole. Juan Soto, of course, batting third. He's the 1A to Judge. Rizzo in the cleanup spot. I know I'll get some arguments that you should keep Stanton there. This is really solely for, I think the Yankees just kind of send a message to Stanton, like, no, you're not a cleanup hitter anymore. And just really for my thought process on the lineup, I can't go into 2024 excited about a potential bounce back of this offseason, relying on Stanton to be that key of a contributor. I think he can certainly raise expectations and get back to that point, but for now, at the very minimum, I think him in the 5 spot makes more sense. And Rizzo hits lefties anyway, so it's not too big a deal having, Soto and Rizzo back-to-back like that. DJ batting 6th, Austin Wells batting 7th. That's going to be a huge piece of this as well. I'm not expecting necessarily prime peak Gary Sanchez numbers from the catcher spot offensively, but make no mistake, that's been a loss the past 2 years. I've loved, Jose Trevino, Kyle Higashioka. He hasn't been horrible either, but offensively, no matter how many Platinum Glove Awards Trevino wins, getting a 550 OPS out of the catcher position, that's tough. But if Wells could be even a 750 OPS guy, or hell, even 700 would be an improvement. So bottom line is I'm looking forward to what he can do this year in the lineup. I have him batting 7th, and of course being from the left side helps as well. Volpe batting 8th, playing short. Kiermaier, at least until Jason comes back, rounding it out, batting 9th. So definitely the lefty problem would be solved. And let's go to what I have called the ultimate lineup, which is all the moves that I listed besides Gleyber getting traded. So in this case, and it's a substantially better lineup. So if the Yankees can go this route, that would be ideal. Yo, what's up guys? Dan here. Gotta let you know about our awesome, long time now sponsor of the channel, and that is Manscaped. I think we all know it's about time to get your below-the-waist grooming in check, and I'm here to help you out with that. Highly recommend their Platinum Package 4.0, which includes, of course, the incredible Lawnmower 4.0. This 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, can confirm, thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 also has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on and off switch that also can engage a travel lock. And did I mention it's also waterproof? Along with that, you also get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver ball toner, a pair of Manscaped boxers, and a Shed travel bag. So guys, go to manscaped.com, use my code YANKSAV for 20% off plus free shipping. That's code YANKSAV at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping. Help support the channel while also getting your below-the-waist grooming in check. Thanks guys, let's get back to the video. Let's go Yankees. But anyways, Donovan, Judge, Soto, Torres, I have him batting 4th. Could go back to, Rizzo batting cleanup too. I don't really mind that, but mostly to have, visually pleasing lineup balance, righty-lefty, righty-lefty. Donovan, Soto, Torres, Rizzo, Stanton, Wells, Volpe, Kiermaier. And of course the rotation would be, assuming they get Yamamoto and trade Clark, Garrett Cole, Michael King, Carlos Rodon, need to bounce back out of him. I don't even really want to talk about that because you just have to assume that he's going to be a much better pitcher than he was in 2023. Cole, King, Rodon, Yamamoto. I only have him in the 4 spot because the Yankees did that with Masahiro Tanaka when they first got him. It's kind of like to ease him in, break him into the role, and also, not put too much pressure on him. Be like, yo, you are the 1A ace now to Garrett Cole. No, ease the pressure a little bit. Don't want to expect too much too early on, but he'll be a big signing. And then rounding it out would be Nestor Cortez, who I actually considered sending the St. Louis deal. If it were to take more than that, I wouldn't be opposed to it, and I did leave about $10 million to spare, even though I said 7 to 8 in the audio. But yeah, like right around $10 million left, which the Yankees can use to, one, address a gap or two in the bullpen. Of course, Wandy Peralta, he'll be most likely leaving in free agency. He'll be needed to be replaced, a left-handed reliever. And, maybe that still leaves you room for, if you want to bring back like a Frankie Montas, let's say, or a Luis Severino on a cheap deal. Also some room at the trade deadline. But, yeah, that's where I'm at with this year's blueprint. Let me know how you guys felt about it. Once again, I try to really be down the middle, or at least as close as I can to being realistic while also not being complacent either. And the big thing with that is going out and getting Juan Soto. I think the Yankees for sure get Yamamoto and then some sort of a big bopper. But you gotta hope that it's Soto. Bellinger would be nice. I honestly not so sure that would happen anyways on his end if he wants to come here. But anyways, I'm rambling now. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. A lot more off-season content coming your way. Appreciate it. See you guys next time. Let's go Yankees.
Her body's gone like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we tried forgetting, I remember.